Are you thinking about joining the military, but a loved one or multiple loved ones is trying to talk you out of it? This video is for you. Look, I'm Dave, the military millionaire. I am still technically active duty for about another month, and then I'm going into the reserves. I've been in the Marine Corps for 13 years. I spent 3 years as a recruiter. And I'll tell you, this is probably one of the most common scenarios I heard as a recruiter. And also, my YouTube comments are full of it. I would love to, but my mom doesn't want me to. My girlfriend doesn't want me to. My dad doesn't want me to. My family doesn't want me to. My family thinks I should join a different branch than I want to. There's just a whole number of things that come up with this, right? Because naturally, joining the military is not like the easiest decision for everybody, myself included, right? I tried to join the Marine Corps when I was 17. My mom, dad, whatever, they wouldn't sign the paperwork. Told me to wait till I was 18. Mom took me, they took me to every college in the state almost, not really, but got to go to a lot of colleges to tour around and see if that, I was sure that that wasn't an option I wanted to pursue. 18th birthday came up, signed the paperwork. A week later, went to MEPS, swore in, and then that was in March. In August, I went to boot camp. So I had to deal with this. In fact, I actually wrote a really long post at one point on my Facebook page detailing some of the things that I was feeling. Actually, hang on, I'm going to pull it up. That'll be funny. All right, that took forever to find, but we're going to read this out loud real quick. Hey guys, lately I've been getting a lot of questions about why I'm enlisting in the Marine Corps, and a lot of people, not necessarily telling me, but hinting greatly at the fact that they believe I'm making the wrong choice or another bad decision. So to clarify everything, here are a few of my thoughts on why I'm doing this. And just so you guys know, this was posted, March 14, 2008. This was my 18th birthday that I posted this. Note, these are from my mouth. They are my opinions. So whether you would enlist is entirely unimportant to me. So please do not touch on that because, frankly, I'm tired of hearing the negative side of the whole deal, and I would appreciate some positive input with what I'm doing with my life. If you think that you are going to tell me something I have not already heard about the Marines, you're wrong. I have. For starters, this decision is not just some crazy whim of mine. Trust me, it's way too big a decision to be made a mockery of. I've always wanted to do something anti-desk job with my life, whether that becoming a firefighter, police officer, United States Marine. I was never sure. Thought about all these for the past dozen years. I have recently come to the conclusion that I'm going to be enlisting in the Marine Corps. Contrary to popular belief, I'm not doing this to hide from mistakes I've made in life or to cut ties and burn bridges with unwanted acquaintances. In fact, I'm quite proud of the choices that I've made in high school and years prior to this date. Don't get me wrong, I have made my fair share of mistakes, but I feel that after having made those mistakes, I've always followed up by taking the necessary actions to amend it. I'm not doing this to hide. I'm doing this for several reasons. One of which is how unhappy I am about the way our country is headed. It has been for quite some time. I feel it's my duty to do something about it, seeing as how I'm not terribly interested in being politics at this point in life, which defeats the purpose of being anti-desk job. I figured that serving my country by fighting, is a good idea. I also feel like that in 4 years, when you're coming out of college and starting to get yourselves jobs and settle down with your lives and you're in debt for school, I will be coming out of the Marine Corps with a feeling that I have already done something with my life, and I will also own a house and have a decent amount of money to my name, as well as having college paid for. I didn't own a house yet, but that's because I was stationed in Japan and I was still barracks Marine or whatever. I did feel like I'd accomplished something. I did have money for college. I did know that what I would have studied, but I didn't want to go to school. Another reason I'm doing this is because I want to. Me, not you. It's my life, and so I have the right. Well, I have. I'm sorry. Another reason that I'm doing this is because I want to. Me, not you, and it's my life, so I have that right. Well, I have a headache, so I'm off to bed. But feel free to leave your thoughts. More than happy to answer any questions you have. Facebook or in person preferable, but just remember the next time you begin to criticize my decision to go off to war next year instead of going to JBU just like everybody else, that I'm fighting for your freedom so that you can go to college, so that you are not under communist reign. And whether you would have any interest in joining the military or not, this is my decision, and I'm proud of my decision, and I stand by it 100%. Man, 18-year-old me was a little bit more literate than I remember. Honestly, that was a great post to read. I hadn't read that in a long time. But that's cool and actually somewhat fitting, because basically what I was going to say is, look, it's your life. It's your decision with your life. If you don't follow your dreams and follow the decisions that you want to make, you're going to regret it, right? 40 years from now, 50 years from now, 60 years from now, are you going to be like, man, I'm so glad I listened to my girlfriend and didn't do that? No, you're going to be sitting there going, man, I wonder what would have happened if. what if, right? Like, not to say that the military is for everyone, right? Like, you might get in the military and go, man, you know, maybe I should have listened to them, but at least you'll know. And if you don't go, you're never going to know. And if that's where your heart is pulling you, like, you owe it to yourself to follow that. Especially now, ladies, there are all sorts of reasons that you should still follow your hearts and dreams, but as a man, right, like, having a purpose in life is incredibly important as a man. And if you don't follow your purpose, and if you feel like the military is your calling and you don't follow it, like, you're just denying yourself essentially the right to be happy, right? Like, you're denying yourself exactly what you want to do, and that's just not going to cut it, right? So that's my 2 cents. I know it's not easy. It's not an easy conversation, but having been a recruiter, I can't tell you the number of times I saw parents talk their kids out of joining the military, and then the kids came back after a year of college or whatever they got told they should do, and they were miserable, and they joined. I can't tell you how many times I saw a relationship end badly, and then the guy comes back and joins the military. So I'll just tell you this, and this is going to be one of those things that goes right over your head. You're not going to be ready to hear it, but if your significant other is not willing to support you on making the decisions that, you know, are what you want to do with your life, there are other significant others out there, right? Like, don't allow somebody to dictate your future. It's your future. It's your path. If they are they'll be supportive if it's meant to be, right? It is what it is. Now, also, if you're joining the military, grab yourself a copy of the No BS Guide to Military Life, How to Get Rich, or How to Build Wealth, Get Promoted, and Achieve Greatness. It was written for people joining the military so that you would be able to learn everything you need to know from getting promoted, financial freedom, budgeting, investing, VA loan, benefits, transitioning out of the military, schools to go to while you're in the military. It was meant to be like a book that you would hand somebody, and whether they serve 4 years or 40 years in the military, they'll be set up for success when they exit. So definitely check it out, and make sure you subscribe to the channel, because we're going to have a lot more videos about the military for sure, but also about finances and entrepreneurship and investing and how to get rich while in the military. So have a great day, subscribe, hit that like button.